Hey, crypto family. Hope y'all been having a good week. So the market today is a little choppy. Some coins are in the green, some are in the red. Right now, Bitcoin's down 0.22% to $4,051. But I actually want to point out a couple altcoins that are leading the day today. So you have Tron, who's up almost 20% to 3.1 cents. And you also have Cardano, who's up over 7% to 5.4 cents. Now, I've talked about both of these coins before in the past. So again, I'm going to cover some news as to why they're up today. And then I'm going to cover some chart analysis to where those support and resistance levels are. So looking at the first article is by Coin News, and it says Tron price rises 53% in 5 days. Is this Tron run sustainable? So it says a couple of the reasons are the BitTorrent token launch, which I made a video about this. And actually CZ of Binance made a comment. It said, the grandfather of dApp finally finds its decentralized currency and business model. Should be a very interesting case study. So again, he's referring to BitTorrent as, the grandfather of the dApps, and then how it's finally picked Tron to run on the network. And then also it talks about if the Tron rally will last. And it mentions a couple things, but I'm going to go over some more analysis in a minute. But then also in this other article here, it says Tron price predictions for 2019. And a couple things, it talks about some indicator signals, but more importantly, I want to cover Tron's dApp usage for exceeding Ethereum. So as you know, Ethereum has a lot of dApps built on it through smart contracts, and Tron has actually been working on a lot of dApps, and now they have over 50. And it says the blockchain project, as well as its native currency Tron, has amassed a lot of attention over the past months. Tron provides a platform for developers to create and deploy decentralized applications. Ever since Tron launched its mainnet, it has been a treat to Ethereum. And it said, Justin Sun, who's the CEO of Tron, said that the network now supports over 50 decentralized apps. And he said the network is aimed at reaching 80 dApps in the near term. So the CEO of Tron is working as hard as he can to get Tron just everywhere he can, okay? And a lot of mobile dApps, a lot of dApps basically with different companies so he can just expand the company. And also says Tron's blockchain achieved 100 million transactions in 173 days. So that's over 500,000 transactions per day. That is insane. And it says Tron sees more dApp usage. And it says basically, the usage of dApps is the number we care about. The next thing is to look out for the number of decentralized apps that interact with each other and benefit from each other for being on the same platform. So it's basically talking about Ethereum and Tron. And it says Tron dApp usage exceeds that of Ethereum. The top 3 decentralized apps on the Tron network have 2,300 users on average. So this is huge. I mean, how much Tron is being developed, and again, how many dApps they are creating. So I think, again, with them being on BitTorrent and just the amount of users on that website, and well, the number of dApps they've been releasing, and just they're continuing, and they're even hiring more people and expanding even during the bear market, which is something I touched upon in a couple of videos ago. But it talks about Tron's price predictions for 2019. Now, it says, according to investingpr.com, within 5 years, it is expected to trade around over $1. Now, this is a very conservative estimate that I agree with, okay? So right now you have Tron trading at 3.1 cents, okay? It got to a high of over 20 cents, I think of about 25 cents in the high of 2017. So again, saying that in 5 years it'll be over $1, I think that is very realistic. And I think that, that is healthy growth, especially with what they're doing and if they stay on track. So again, Tron is a coin I've talked about a lot, and hopefully, you got in near the lows when it was around 1.3 or 1.4 cents. But if you haven't, again, actually, I'll just go over the analysis now so you can see it. Basically, right now, the main support level right now that I drew is 2.75 cents. Now, this is a 4-hour chart. There's a lot of support lines I've drawn, but it's just so I can keep in mind in case it has a larger pullback to keep these previous support levels in mind. But on this 4-hour chart, you can see this 50-day, 128-day, and 200-day is in line with each other, which is very healthy. And then also, if you go to the daily, where we can see the more resistance lines, there isn't much resistance for Tron until that 4-cent mark. So again, there's still some room, but the RSI you can see is extremely overbought at 82. So if you are thinking of buying some Tron, again, see all these previous resistance now turn support, I'd possibly look at about 2.75 cents. If you are thinking of buying, again, not financial advice, just my opinion, but that's the level you want to look out for right now. Now, next we're going to go over Cardano. Again, it's up over 7% today to 5.4 cents. It says Cardano ADA moves a step closer to the Shelley release. So it says Cardano, the fully open source decentralized public blockchain and cryptocurrency project, is currently moving closer and closer towards its next major update, the Shelley project. Shelley is among many projects carried out by the Cardano team. Its main aim is to prove beyond all doubt that, like all good blockchains, Cardano will become fully decentralized and autonomous. So again, Cardano has been doing a lot of things in the background and a lot of things behind the scenes, and they're a company that keeps on pushing forward with their technology and their blockchain technology, which I believe is going to be very successful in the future. And one of the reasons why I do like Cardano as well. It says the Shelley project comes after the Byron phase, which was the bootstrap era. The next phase, expected to bring unprecedented security and dependability to blockchain system, is the Gojin phase. Now, I love what they're doing here. It says the Shelley project comprises of 3 major functions: incentives, delegation, and networking. And then it goes to actually specifics of what those are. It says Hoskisson, who is the founder of Cardano and CEO of Input Output Hong Kong, IOHK, recently posted on his Twitter handle that he was about to depart to Berlin in order to participate in an internal workshop. His tweet clearly stated that they had 50 pages of math to go through in order to finalize the design of Cardano's delegation mechanics. Now, if that doesn't tell you they're working hard, I don't know what will. That 50 pages of math, I'm sure they are studying and they are trying to present the best product they can. So again, they're working hard behind the scenes to make sure that Cardano is as successful as it can be. And also it says Transforming Africa Initiative. So Hoskisson is also taking an interest in teaching Africans to code, which is called the Transform Africa Initiative. And he aims to educate Africans about the Haskell programming language. This will enable Africans to participate in future Cardano development. So again, he's going to different countries and really trying to update them and teach them about the latest tech and blockchain, which is amazing and gives more opportunities to people around the world. It says, despite the large trail of competition against Cardano, the process by which it is developed is what sets it apart. With an aim to build the best possible system based on the available science and theory, the team utilizes the academic and former methods in which researchers prove their theories. So again, Cardano's doing a lot of great things, and one reason why I'm bullish on them because they're constantly pushing forward and not taking any days off. Now, looking at the Cardano chart here, the 4-hour chart, you can see this is the Binance chart, and right now Cardano is at 5.3 cents. Now, right here, the support level right now that I've drawn is at 4.8 cents. So this support, I'm looking if we do have a pullback, which right now I want to zoom in here to show you. So the RSI right now is, you can see right now it's pretty high, but I want to look at the past, and you can see right now when the RSI was up at around 74, which I can actually pull on the daily chart so you can see a little bit better. So the daily chart, because there wasn't much resistance on the 4-hour, the daily right now, the resistance is at 6.3 cents. That's really where we're seeing some next resistance. You see there's not much before that. Now, one thing I want to mention, of course, is that RSI. So right now on the RSI, I noticed that around the 74 levels is when Cardano had pullbacks. So again, I'll go back to the 4-hour, and you can see if we zoom out here so you can actually see it better. On December 24th, so the RSI was at about 73. And you can see that's when it had its pullback. Okay, the next one, it was at 73 here on January 6th. That's when it had a pullback. Now right here, we're seeing it's coming up to that same 73 level. So I'm expecting a little pullback here. And again, if you're thinking of buying, looking around this 4.8 to 5 cent level to possibly buy in. Again, not financial advice, just my opinion. But again, we are seeing that 50-day, 128-day, and 200-day above each other, which is very positive and showing a positive trend. So just keep in mind, you're looking at those and just the growth that it's had, and it's been very healthy over the past couple of weeks. So again, I think Cardano's doing great things, and I think it'll be very well in the future. Now, another article I want to talk about is Beam and Grin. So you may have seen these in DaVinci 15's videos, or people have been talking about them along with the MimbleWimble, which is actually type of language. And it says, Beam announces critical vulnerability in MimbleWimble Crypto's wallet. The team behind Beam, a newly released privacy-oriented cryptocurrency, announced Wednesday that a critical vulnerability has been discovered in its wallet software. Basically, Beam talks about users making sure that they update their, it says, the vulnerability affects all previously released Beam wallets, both desktops and CLI. Do not delete the database or any other wallet data. The vulnerability does not affect wallet data, secret keys, or passwords. But again, they want people to update to the latest versions. Now, also it says, situation comes days just after Beam became the first cryptocurrency to go live utilizing the privacy known as MimbleWimble. Now, this privacy MimbleWimble, basically it means that keeps blockchains from talking to one another. So transferring over users' data. So that's what makes it that privacy language. So similar to Monero, but they want to truly be anonymous and untraceable, which is why some people are talking about them Beam, but also Grin. Grin is actually the coins. I believe they're going to have their mainnet launch on January 15th. But again, a lot of people are talking about this. You may or may not have heard about it, but just something to keep in mind that this new MimbleWimble privacy is going to be a talking point within the next couple of weeks. So expect to hear about that. And just if you want to think of mining this, when it goes live, again, always be aware of these vulnerabilities and, always make sure to cover yourself in case anything is, a hack happens or if the network gets attacked. So with that, last thing we're going to talk about is Bitcoin. So again, Bitcoin's still hovering around that $4,000 level. And, this, I'm going to go ahead and change this to support. Now, this needs to hold. Otherwise, then we are looking further down into that $3,800 level. And of course, we could also look at $3,900 since it was previous resistance around here. So it could be previous support now. Now, you can see the 50-day almost fell under the 128-day. Luckily, it didn't, maintaining that positive trend one on top of another. The RSI is at 59. Again, not too overbought, so still could have some room to the upside. If we're looking to the upside, we're looking at 4,200 to pass through that. And then, of course, looking between 4,350 to 4,600 for it to hold between this area. That would be a very bullish sign and one that I hope that we can do in the near future. So with that, if y'all enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment if y'all have any questions or you love the video, and please subscribe if you haven't. Really appreciate it. It helps me grow, and I can spread this information as soon as I get it. So until next time, thanks for watching.